now, we're currently dealing with semiconductor issue, no chips, lower new cars or fewer here and there. What's your inventory acquisition system like now? And how do you feel like your OEMs handling the allocation? And how are you, I guess, handling other optimization of other areas of your dealership, like service and parts? That's a big
Well,
question.
I think it's look, every day is going to be a challenge. If you really think you're going to wake up and walk down the yellow brick road, I'm sorry, it's just that's not a realistic, you know, thing. I mean, and I think it's just I think really kind of just how we deal with it. Like for example, I've got I think 9 Amazon vans that need transmissions, and I can't get transmissions. Um, but I'm not the only one. I mean, there's so it's not just limited to me. As far as like new car inventory, our manufacturer just they encourage sold orders, and for the most part, you pretty much get them built. There are some restrictions. There are certain things that are a little frustrating. I've ordered cars for the last 25, 30 years, and almost to the point where I'm like, it's almost like a nuisance right now because we'll get our allocation, you put the order in, and then immediately the restrictions start, and then you have to delete this or add this, drop this order, do this. It's like you have to look at it every day. At least that's from our manufacturer. Is that bad? I mean, I don't think it's any worse than anybody other manufacturers. Personally, I think our manufacturer is doing as a good a job as they can based on the circumstance we have. I mean, do they want vans with bad transit sitting? No, nobody does. There's no like I mean, sometimes people are irrational when it's like they're holding them, and there's no
Right.
benefit to that. There's no reason to hold up these things and do that. So I think that the shortage, like the pros are my expense on new car floor plan is down. It's like non-existent.
That's nice.
The uh, the availability of things are still there. I have a good trade relationship in my area with a few dealers, so I am fortunate that if I do need something, I can get it to give something back, or my guys will they'll not my guys, but if I'm buying something, they can wait a week until hey, listen, I need this, and so on and so forth. So we have some pretty good communication that way. At least I do. So I'm fortunate in that respect that we're competition, but we don't we don't hate each other. Like that's the and it's funny because I can remember going back in the late '80s, early '90s, and like a dealer trade was you just didn't and it was personal. It's like this guy whatever but it was the craziest thing I ever saw. And I think once just in today, just everybody it's like it's easier to work together than work against because nobody wins, honestly.
I really appreciate what you said there, and I think that's a very important mindset moving forward, because I think you've got these mega dealers, such as the Carvanas or the Auto Nations or the CarMaxes, that are essentially a very large entity that could squash the little guy, right? But if the little guys work together and team up, they can protect each other's success. I think that's a really good mindset to have.